Hey there everybody, this is Shago. Welcome back to Rebirth the Third. And in the last episode, which was really cutscene heavy, hopefully the cutscenes start to get less and less from now on. I know there's a few more long cutscenes coming up in this chapter. I think after that they start petering out a little bit. But anyway, Neptune got warped to here, which is apparently planetary. Unbeknownst to her, it's entirely different planetary. And she's also encountered this version's Noire, who isn't a goddess either. But yeah, basically at this point Neptune actually can't transform because of plot reasons, and neither can Noire. Well, I've kind of spoiled the cutscene that's coming up in a minute. But we also have Plutia. If you ever see my Rebirth 1 playthrough, you'll see that I actually used Plutia for a little while in that game. She was a DLC in that. She was a DLC character in that game. She basically has Plutia. She is more of a magical attack user. When she transforms, she's more of a physical attack user. I also actually have some equipment for her to equip, specifically this, which is the same thing as Neptune's, just basically swimsuit, but it improves her accuracy and gives her lightning resistance. Oh, we don't actually have access to HDD yet. Both Plutia and Neptune also have DLC exclusive stuff for them to learn. I'll get to them once we're able to equip HDD. So for now, I want to go to the shop and there's some stuff I want to buy, but I just want to buy a hunting sword, and for some reason I already have a rapier, but that equips for Neptune and Noire specifically. So I'm just going to give that to Dan. You already have one of those. You have your rapier? No, you don't. Plutia doesn't have anything, but she doesn't really need it. I'm also going to assign parts, so I don't think I need to assign Plutia's later just yet. Because I'd rather have the CPUs get the field bonuses as opposed to like anybody else who joins the party, because I'm not going to be using them that much. But yeah, we have to go to the guild next because there's a couple of mandatory missions we have to do before going to the Atari Forest dungeon. But I'm going to talk about the information here. There's actually a lot of things here, including a lot of the makers who actually originally showed up in the original version of this game, Victory, for the PS3. Which is why in Rebirth 1, when you met them in Rebirth 1, they said they recognised Neptune, but it wasn't the Neptune from the Rebirth 1 dimension. They were talking about referring to the Neptune from this particular game. But I'm going to recruit them all. I'm going to start with this part since this part doesn't actually have a cutscene. All the rest of them actually have cutscenes, and just going through them is roughly a video in and of itself. So I'm actually going to post those in a separate video, which is going to go up soon after this video goes up. And yeah, I'm going to be doing those off screen, and I'm going to be setting up like a team or something, because I'm going to use a couple of the I'm going to be using a couple of the makers at the start of the game, and then I'm probably not going to be using them for the rest of the game. They're just going to be like taking up space. It's kind of unfortunate, and there's reasons why, and I'll get to them later. But right now, I'm going to check the scene out in the guild, which is not cutscene footage, but yeah, Neptune's still playing. Now I have to go to work again, and I think this is the cutscene where we find out that neither Noire nor Neptune can't actually transform. But Noire's like, no, you're not the CPU planetary, Plutia is. If you can't transform, then you're definitely not. And shows that she's slightly deluded. Poor Neptune. But yeah, we can have more than one CPU. I mean, that explains the candidates, right? But then again, that's in another dimension. The Ultra Dimension, which is Neptune's dimension, actually has different rules compared to this dimension. But yeah, no, our calls wrote on it, but Neptune only just remembers. I mean, we all know Neptune's the ditziest of protagonists. But yeah, Nep can't transform. This is a recurring problem when Neptune decides to travel between dimensions. So saying that, I think I meant to spell the thing from the next game. Oh well. And yo, Java update, please go away. I just start obscuring the bottom part of the screen and just like, go away. And then Neptune calls Noire out, like, but yeah, no, I'm not a CPU yet either. But then again, it's Noire, and we already know that Noire's a CPU anyway, so for plot reasons, she's eventually going to become one, right? Oh yeah, there's reasons why we tell Plutia not to transform, but we're going to get to where. It's also the reason why Noire freaks out every time Plutia gets angry or somebody tells her to transform. And she really wants to transform and it's just like, no, don't transform, you're going to cause a ruckus. For reasons. Which will explain why, obviously. I've said that already. But then again, I think after this point, the only times people tell Plutia to activate her HDD is before we encounter a boss fight anyway, so it's not really that much of a running joke. To be fair, Plutia does use the threat of transforming to get her way. Oh yeah, we have a mandatory quest here, which is this one. I'm also going to get this because we're going to bring that on the way. And yeah, I will do all these. There's a couple of cutscene events here. I don't think they are in it up to much, but I might stick them in with the other sets of cutscenes. So I'm going to recruit all the makers off screen, like I said. If I play all their cutscenes, it's going to be like 26 minutes. It's a video in and of itself. So yeah, that's going to be in a separate video. And I'm going to set up a party and set everybody's combos and everything. And I'll be right back.
Right.
Okay, we're back. Something I forgot to mention before you start is that when you go through any of the makers' things, and it'll be the same in the future because they do get some scenes, each of the makers get some scenes, is that the rest of the makers' events don't actually turn up after you visit the first one. So when you go to, after you've done the event, just quit out of the town thing and then go back in and the event will pop back up. So that's what you do with those. I don't really know whether these scenes are actually of any interest, but like I said, I'll probably put them in as a afterthought to the other thing, but oh well. Let's go to this. I've set up the party. I've got 4 makers here. I'm using Falcon, Navi, Mage and 5PB. They're the ones I kind of quite like anyway. And I've got the Goddesses and Histy in the back. I know they're level at the moment, but they will quickly gain their levels, so let's go. Our main objectives is simple. We need to defeat 5 of the froggy enemies in battle, and we need to defeat 5 of these guys. So we have that. So we also, there's a slight spoiler, but we also need defeat a couple of these guys for their drop for requests later on. So I'm gonna try and do that as well. Didn't really want to get into a fight just yet.
Giving it everything I've got.
Now, the main reason I don't particularly like to use the makers all that much is mainly because of the. It's mainly because the weapons are actually upgrades to the weapons are actually really expensive.
I feel
So I think the next tier for them is I think the 50,000 credits, which you'll definitely not have at the start of the game. So
here I stop it.
well, you definitely not have at the start of the game. And even with the DLC super credits plan, it's pretty difficult to actually go grab all the get all the credits necessary to just get one of the items. So yeah, that's the main reason that the makers are probably not going to be used, because their power, their actual usefulness aside from the lower rank buffs are actually not that great. And also, like I said, the weapons are also expensive.
Lucky! Here I ow!
Don't really want to. Well, I didn't really want to fight you, but okay.
Everything I've got.
Only had a fire attack. Oh, actually.
It's my turn.
Don't do the healing. The healing usually gets.
For the song.
It is my turn. Take this.
I'll have you listen to my song.
Healing people usually shoot targets with how I play this game. Anyone who I know who does healing tech shoots is usually the one who dies first.
Yeah. Easy as pie.
Well, we actually got the super drops that we needed from the ancient guys though, so that's fine.
Here I go.
What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to look for the remaining hidden boxes. I can't really off the top of my head. I did look at the map before I actually did this, however I have the brain of a sieve, and I've completely forgotten where they are. So let's actually kill you two, because I need to kill you two for.
I'm sorry. Giving it everything I've got. What song do you want to hear? Do it to me.
I need to kill both of you. You know, to
Operation Revelation will now commence.
the thing that I need to do.
A cool duck pea would be perfect now.
Level up.
Like I said, because of the, I think I have the super XP plan on. Yeah, everybody's getting levels really quickly.
Time for my live performance. Giving it everything I've
I
got.
think that should give us the
I'll have you listen to
thing
my
for the,
song.
well, the quest done already.
My turn.
I mean, granted, one of them's completely optional.
Yeah, I level up.
One of them is mandatory, but yeah, you might as well do them while here. You probably end up getting one whilst doing the other anyway, because they generally show up in the same fights anyway.
It's my turn. Ready to lose?
So there's the
Be gone.
first one done.
My turn. Come on.
And there's the other one.
That's it.
So essentially, I'm
I feel
pretty much done.
I think I'm good.
level
I'm
up.
pretty much done with this area, save for where the heck the other two hidden blocks are, which I think I actually know where they are. I think I remember where they are now. Over this bridge here. One of them, so we can see it, is right there.
Here I go!
Now you can only get those boxes, you can only jump them 3 times before they become useless. But you can actually exit the dungeon or exit the area of a dungeon if it's a multiple tiered dungeon. And go back and grab the hidden block again if you actually remember where it is. The reason I know this is because these blocks actually have a chance to drop an item. And, well, it can be said to be fairly rare that it happens. But there is actually going to be a plan later, but I think roughly, I think it's later on the game, in the mid-game, where you actually find the plan that allows you to, so you've got like the iron there, for example. But you can actually hit the blocks 5 times before it becomes useless. Like I said, you can actually can use it for an example here because there's one right at the start of the dungeon,
let's go.
which we just picked up. I can go back here and the hidden block will be there and you'll be able to use it again. If I remember exactly where it is. There it is.
Here I go.
Yeah, you can go back and grab the block again. If nothing, you get credits out of it, so that's a thing.
Where are we going?
And so with that, we have our quest done. And once you set this one out, the mandatory one out, you get a cutscene. So hooray for that. Yeah, the CPUs will get more difficult stuff later. It's not that she has to be competent, she probably just has to roll them with an iron fist. Also, another gimmick of whatever dimension this is that I believe it mentions it here, but you need to find a certain item or a certain plot related thing. And yeah, the next dimension, the CPUs were born as CPUs. This dimension, they need, it's not Shark Crystal, that's V2. Is it a CPU car? CPU memory. Hang on, I think that might be the same in V2. I need to play that again properly. It's been a while since I played it, but apparently they're extremely rare things. But yeah, we get a little bit of Origins into play here. She accidentally found her CPU memory and thought it was a piece of candy. Which it kind of makes people wonder, like, I think I saw a while ago in the Game Industry subreddit asking what CPU memories look like. I think I basically just said my theory is because of what Plutia says here, where she says she went on a picnic and found it and thought it was a sweet or something. and ate it basically. Another person also does this, but that's later on, slightly spoilery, which I probably shouldn't be saying. So yeah. And also, there's only a real chance that you can become a CPU. If you don't, if you're not worthy of being a CPU, you get turned to a monster instead. Which is also another thing that is referred to later on. So yeah. You're wondering why certain characters are specifically how they are, it's because of this. It's semi-concerned poor Neptune here. But yeah, I was kind of put train of thought going elsewhere. Because Plutia said she thought it was rice ball or sweet or something, I thought it would probably like Jolly Ranchers. So yeah, that's my thought on what CPU cards look like. Or memory cards, whatever they are. And yes, Noire was there the first time Plutia transformed, and it's apparently pretty traumatic. We'll see why shortly. Don't think I actually forgot about that. But yeah, here they're talking about Louis. In case you didn't notice when we was out in the overworld select map, we didn't. There was only 2 nations there. There was Planetary and then there was Louis. We're not going to see Louis for a while though. And yeah, Neptune deciding to outweigh the pros and cons of being a CPU now. He's like, yo, I don't actually have to work. I don't actually have to work anymore if I'm not a CPU. But there's the other gimmick of not being able to be a CPU is that you actually age. Which then suddenly concerns Neptune. But yeah, CPUs in this dimension don't age. I don't think they aged in Neptune's dimension either, so that's a thing. Neptune, you're worrying about it too much. You define it when you're older. Trust me on this one. Also, if you've played V2, you probably will realise that's slightly spoilery. I don't know, Plutia. I think Neptune pretty much likes the books with the pictures in them. But I digress. See, even Neptune's like, yeah, maybe if I do get older it won't be all that bad, but at the same time I get that when I transform anyway, so... And then she starts insulting Noire again. So yeah, Operation get these 2 CPU core between them is go, I suppose. Well yeah, the Drew Call in the Wild is the only one, and but to be honest, her spin-off game isn't that great. But that's just my opinion. Did actually play a little bit on stream on the YouTube channel and was like a bit mad about it. But regardless, there's one more event to do, and that is from clearing this event, which we actually already did on the way around, which is why I said we needed some mysterious halos, which I dropped from the Angel guys. But like I said, we're going to get that anyway, because they show up in they sometimes show up in the same fights that we need to do anyway. So, and that done, we put this. There's another cutscene for this, but gonna do that next time because this video is pretty much gonna be 30 minutes as it is anyway. Aside from cutting out the recruiting the makers. So this is probably the first thing that shows up on the next video, because if I exit this, it goes straight to the cutscene, just like the previous cutscene. And after that, we will be going into probably the next dungeon. I think it's the final dungeon of the chapter as well. So yeah, things are starting to slowly accelerate. But anyway, that's it for me. Take care, and I will see you all there. Ciao!